Spirit loves to send us signs that they're around us, and signs that we're on the right path. But what happens when those signs actually keep you stuck? What happens when you become too dependent on receiving signs and never move forward? My name is Jessica Cisco, and I am a medium and spiritual coach. If you're looking to trust your intuition and recognize when it is speaking to you and how it is coming through for you, then I'd like to invite you to explore my spiritual connection package. The link for that to learn more and to book will be in my description. There was a time before I was really serious about starting my spiritual journey, and I was in college. I was studying social work, and I really wanted to know what was next for me, why all of these spiritual experiences were coming through at that particular time. Why was I feeling presences? What was I supposed to do, if anything, with these experiences? And so I started searching, and I started questioning myself. What are the signs that I'm on the right path? And I started really asking myself, am I on the right path, or is there more? And I kept receiving little signs here and there, and I didn't know what to do with them at the time, so I did nothing. And as a result of doing nothing, I got frustrated after a while. Why aren't things changing? Why aren't things shifting? And I'd ask for another sign. What to do next? Am I on the right path? Am I going in the right direction? And again, I would receive something, a next step or a clue, or experience something, and again, the same thing would happen. And even now, occasionally I'll have that where, because I'm human, even though I know better and I've been on this path for a while, sometimes I'm like, Spirit, give me a sign that I'm going in the right direction, and they do, and I'll either dismiss it or doubt it. But you know, they send us these signs for a reason. They send them to us so that we can make the most of them and act on them. And they also send them to us to kind of encourage us and nudge us forward when we've been stopped for too long, or when we get discouraged. I was actually guided recently to look back on some readings I received, and how many messages I've received about taking this path and doing my own inner work, things of that nature, things that I can look back on now and say, yeah, I was meant to be doing this the whole time. And if I just stopped resisting it and stopped being dependent on receiving the next sign, receiving the next breadcrumb, the next message, permission to move forward, if I stopped doing that, boy, my life would have turned out a little bit differently. And that's not to say that you're wrong for depending on those signs and those messages to give you permission to move forward. But it is saying, take a step back and what is that sign you're receiving telling you? Which direction is it telling you to go? If you're asking for a sign that you're on the right path and you receive it clearly and you know you've received it clearly, take a breath, ask yourself if this is really the direction that you feel drawn toward, and if it is, just take that first step. And then you'll be given the second and the third and the fourth. And yes, sometimes you will resist taking those steps out of fear, doubts, insecurities. But you can just bring yourself back and be grateful for when a sign shows up that you're on the right path, or you get that message, or you feel drawn to a certain direction, because it's for a reason. And if you're looking to trust your intuition more deeply, then I invite you to explore whether the spiritual connection package would be a good fit for you. I would love to have you. Either way, I'm sending you so much love and many blessings.